What's good, guys? This is Lesky. Today marks the day for my first build video on EAFC 24 clubs. We're going to be looking at this cam build that I've been using most of the time to level up at the beginning of this game. I'm currently level 43, and at the top right, you'll see that I have 28 skill points available because right now, how I have this build set up is for a level 25 player. I believe at level 25, you have a total of 44 skill points, and currently at level 43, I have 72. So 72 minus 44 is 28 skill points, which is why I have 28 skill points available. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys the level 25 version of this cam build, and then towards the end, I'm going to show you guys what it looks like with the rest of the skill points at level 43 and an extra playstyle. Currently, I have 4 playstyles on the build, just 4 regular playstyles, and then I have 1 playstyle plus. You unlock your first playstyle plus at level 25, so I feel like this is a pretty good milestone to make the first starter build. And then I might do some level 50 builds and also some level 75, and of course, a bunch of max level 100 builds. But I currently have 4 normal playstyles on this build. I ordered the Ultimate Edition of the game, and a benefit of that is you start with an extra playstyle at the beginning of the game. So I believe you should start out with 2 playstyle slots unlocked when you have pre-ordered the Ultimate Edition and you're getting on for the first time. But if you just got the Standard Edition, I believe you're only going to have 3 normal playstyle slots unlocked at level 25, and then you'll have 1 playstyle plus unlocked like I do. Let's get started and take a look at the position, height, and weight. For my first cam build, I decided to make it an outside mid, either a right mid or left mid. It doesn't matter which one you pick. The attributes will not change. So I just decided to go for the right mid. And then the height is 6 foot. I did want some height on this build, and I noticed that this year you can be controlled explosive. There's a few different accelerate run types now on this new game. Last year it was just 3: explosive, lengthy, and controlled, and now there is 7, I believe, total. So this build is controlled explosive. It's a mix of explosive and controlled, and you can actually be 6 foot, I think is the tallest in order to be controlled explosive. Once you go to 6'1" or taller, you are just going to be controlled. The weight is 119 pounds. You can go also to 99 pounds. The lowest weight section doesn't matter. The attributes will not change. But the way this build is built, you really have some height, so you can win those 50-50 balls, actually maybe get onto some headers, and then it also just gives you, the extra height just gives you some more strength. You have a pretty big body type. You're hard to body off the ball, and as like an outside mid compared to a winger build, you do have a bit more physicals, which is nice. Also, if you want, you can lower the height a bit down to like 5'10" or maybe 5'8" if you feel a little bit more comfortable at that height. But 6 foot really didn't feel too bad at all for a cam build. So in pro clubs last year, I mostly went straight to the perks page after this, but I think we're actually going to head on over to the skill tree and then take a look at the play styles that we have on the build. But before we do that, take a look at some of the highlights that I got with this cam build.
I can't pass properly. Oh my, the new one?
Oh, get in there!
A little Capkin trap.
Oh, oh snap.
Nope.
Yeah.
Oh,
my.
Hey, dude, no keeper saving that.
Damn.
That was,
Yeah.
that was so slow.
Nice.
Finesse. Let's go.
So much control.
Oh,
Oh, that's good.
oh, that's right. Oh yeah, keep going. Okay.
Oh.
Red card. I'm not gonna give him a red. And finally a red card. Wow. It's literally sitting on the line.
The line, it moves. Look at the screen. If you zoom in a little bit, you can see the line like is indented.
Zoom
See
in.
that? That's what
I don't even
I'll be
care.
doing.
That's a
That is
cam,
like-
bro. I hope some of those highlights illustrated how good of a cam this build can be, especially for a low level. So we're on the skill tree, and unfortunately, the skill tree is basically the exact same as FIFA 23, which is really a big bummer for me. I don't know why they didn't change the skill tree at all. It almost feels kind of like you're making the same build other than playstyles and perks being different. Because there's really not much difference in the heights and weights and the base stats of each position compared to last year. Maybe like a couple changes, mostly to pace. Um, but yeah, I really wish the skill tree was changed. All they did was reorder the categories, so pace is first now rather than being one of the last ones. So right now on the pace, all I have is these 3 acceleration icons. So that is +4 acceleration, 8 skill points, which is pretty pricey, but it is worth it, especially as a cam. Having some decent acceleration, at least in the 80s at the beginning of the game, will be nice. And as you level up this build, obviously, I will and we will add more pace, especially acceleration is very important for a cam. I think currently at level 43, the level I'm at right now, I have the pace or the acceleration maxed out on the left without going for the cheetah archetype, but I eventually will go for the cheetah archetype. So this is what the pace looks like for now. And keep in mind that you definitely do not have to have the skill tree the same way that I have it. You can switch it up a bit. Like if you don't care for this shot power right here, it's only 3 skill points for +5 shot power, so I do think it's pretty good value. And then eventually I will go for the weak foot upgrade. But if you don't want to go for any shooting, like you don't think you're going to shoot much as it can mostly be playmaking, then you can put those skill points elsewhere. But right now, at level 25 with just 44 skill points, this is all I decided to go for on the shooting page. I wanted to go for a little bit of passing upgrades at least. So what is really good value is +5 upgrades, +3 vision, and +2 crossing for 3 skill points. You might as well get that at the beginning. And then I really just wanted that curve at least to 80, so I decided to go for this +2 curve, but you might not notice it too much, so you could use these 2 skill points somewhere else. Like you could even put it on short passing and long passing, because it's technically better value. For 2 skill points, you're getting +2 each. So you could do something like this. But I don't know, the 80 curve just looks kind of nice to me. And I do like adding a lot of curve onto my passes. I use the Trivela playstyle and like to make a lot of outside foot and Trivela passes. So upgrading the curve actually does help. And it does help for pretty much all your types of passes and shots as well. For dribbling, I went crazy on this page. I decided to go for 5-star skills. If y'all know how I like to play, I like to have a build that's good on the ball and has 5-star skills, because I do like to utilize that, especially in attacking positions. As a cam, it is helpful. So I went for the 5-star skills, but feel free, you do not have to go for 5-star skills. You don't even have to go for 4-star skills if you want. If you want to take both of them off, do that. But if you only want to take one of them off and have 4-star skills at least, I'd suggest taking this one off on the left, because you save 5 skill points here, and then you also can take off this attack positioning and agility that only gives you +2 agility for 4 skill points, and instead get this +3 agility for 4 skill points on the left. So you'll have 85 agility, and then maybe put some 3 skill points right here on dribbling to get that up a bit more, and then you would have 2 skill points that you could put anywhere else on the build that you'd like. And eventually I'll go for the Maestro and Lynx archetype on this build, just to upgrade the dribbling stats more, but we don't have the skill points to do that right now. Skipping to physical, I currently don't have any skill points here, but I do plan on adding skill points once I level up more, especially stamina and reactions would be nice to upgrade, but I don't think it's worth upgrading anything on the physical page for a cam build as of right now. I think it's best to spend skill points on other categories like dribbling or pace. Now for the playstyles on this build, I believe at level 25, when you first get there, you only have about 3 playstyle pluses unlocked, and one of them is First Touch Plus, which is why I have it on. And then I think it's Dead Ball Plus, if I'm not mistaken, and one of these Goalkeeper playstyle pluses. So you're pretty much limited once you get to level 25. And I'd suggest, at least for a cam, going for First Touch Plus. If it is Dead Ball Plus, that's the one that's unlocked at level 25. I guess that could be good. If you want to take a lot of set pieces and free kicks, you could go for that as a cam. For the basic play styles, I think Incisive Pass is going to be solid as a cam. Through passes are more accurate, swerve passes are delivered with more curve, and precision passes travel faster to the destination. Precision passes are new this year. Those are the new like line passes where you can actually see the line and where the pass is going to go. They're going to be very good, I think, this year once you get them down. And then it says through passes are more accurate, and I think it's talking only about ground through passes, but I'm not 100% sure because long ball pass over here says lob and lofted through passes are more accurate. So that's going to help for the through balls in the air. I'm assuming this is only talking about ground through balls, but I'm not sure why they wouldn't just put ground through passes there. The next one I have is pinged pass, and this one allows your passes to just travel faster along the ground. So passes travel faster along the ground without impacting the trapping difficulty of the receiver, which is very good if you're just trying to like find your striker's feet with like an A pass and you can ping it in there, or like you're on the end line and you want to pass it across or in the goal, or pass it across the goal and in the box, like kind of like a sweat pass. Then ping pass will be very good because it's just going to add more power to your passes and not affect the trapping of your teammate. The next two play styles are physical. The first one I went for is Trivela, and I use a lot of outside foot passes and shots, so it's very helpful to me. If you don't do that, then take off Trivela. It won't be as useful. And then the last one I have is Quick Step, and I expect that a lot of people are going to be using this on pretty much any type of build I think it'll work for. It just makes you faster during your explosive sprint. So that's basically when you just hold the right trigger down to sprint. There is like a cooldown, so it doesn't activate every time you sprint. Having that initial acceleration is very helpful as a cam build. So I showed you guys what this cam build looks like at level 25, and now I'm on my current version of it at level 43. So let's go on to the skill tree and see what the changes are. And the first thing is very noticeable is the pace. I added extra pace. I went for the cheetah archetype and maxed out the acceleration. If you want, you could actually take this acceleration off, just settle for 90 acceleration and put 4 skill points somewhere else. That honestly might be a really good idea. But for now, I'm just going to keep it on the max acceleration, 92 acceleration at 6 foot. Shooting, you can see that I have the 2 shot power still, and all I did was go for the 4-star weak foot. This will definitely be good if you're not going for the Trivela play style, because with Trivela, you can kind of avoid using your weak foot, which I like a lot. But even if you have Trivela, you are definitely bound to use your weak foot at times. So having a 4-star is clutch. Passing, it's pretty much the same on this left side right here. I think this was 1 extra skill point that I had, so I decided to put it on short pass. Could also put it on long pass, doesn't matter too much. Dribbling, I believe, is the exact same page, and as I said, you can take off these 5-star skills and switch it up if you'd like. Nothing on defending. Still don't have anything on physical, but I do plan on it, maybe upgrading the strength like to 80 a little bit, upgrading that a bit more, and then definitely the stamina and reactions, but it's just not possible at level 43. The majority of the playstyles are the same, but I did switch out the plus. I took off first touch and added long ball pass plus, mostly for the lofted through passes, and then it will help your basic lob passes. I still have incisive, pinged, quick step, and Trivela, but the playstyle that I did add is press proven, and you could switch this out. This one will be good, especially when you're coming up against a lot of stronger players that are like pulling on you. Press proven will help for like shielding and just being stronger on the ball. But you could put like technical on, rapid, flare, first touch, trickster if you want, or maybe even like another passing play style. That completes my first clubs build video on EAFC 24. I showed y'all level 25 cam build and then also the upgraded level 43 cam version. So let me know in the comments if you do give this build a try. Stay tuned to the channel. I'm going to be posting a lot more build videos and just clubs content in general. As always, y'all have a great rest of y'all's day, and peace out.